Yo, what is up guys, your boy Saz here, bringing you guys a video about my Phantom Knight Orcust deck profile for Post Soul Fusion. This is a deck that I have been testing for a while. It's a very interesting link deck because it's not the extra link or Gumblar for 4 combo deck, but it's a deck that focuses on the topologic Bomber Dragon because your Orfagel or Orcust Longrisu, it protects your monster from being destroyed by card effects. So you can have Bomber plus the Longrisu, and then you can use the effect of, Babble. Babble lets you use any of your Orfagel monsters on your opponent's turn. So what you would have is this on the field, plus Bomber, plus Longrisu, and you'd basically just blow up their field like constantly, and then you just, OTK next turn after you make this board. So here's the deck profile. There's many different combos in this deck, but I'll be showcasing this deck profile, not the combo video. I'll probably do that in a later video, but let's get started. We're going to be playing, 3 Armageddon Knight. Armageddon Knight is just really good because all of your Orfagels and the World Scepter get their effects when they're in the graveyard, and, Phantom Knights, they get their effects in the graveyard as well. So Armageddon Knight is just staple in this deck, and it starts up a lot of your combos. Then we played 3 Ash Blossom because it's a hand trap, it's the most generic hand trap, and there's not a lot of Go Keys or, Dark Warrior decks in the format, not just yet. So, Ash Blossom is like the only hand trap you need. And then we play the 4 Danger Monsters. You want to play these 4 Danger Monsters, 3 of the Snake, and, 1 Jackalope. You want to have monsters, well, specifically dark monsters, that can special summon by themselves and don't have to require a normal summon. So these are really good cards for making all of the link monsters, because you don't need specifically 2 or 3 or 1 of the Orfagel monsters just to make the link monsters. You can use other monsters to make the link monsters. So the 4 Danger Monsters is just really good. And then we play Armageddon, not Armageddon. Yeah, it is Armageddon Knight, but Mathematician. We play 3 Mathematician because it's Armageddon Knight, and you could send all the Orfagels, and you can't send World Scepter because it's not a level 4 or lower, but you can send all the Orfagel monsters, and it just opens up combos. So that is why you play 3 Mathematician. And then you play 1 Cannon because it only special summons the Orfagel monsters from hand when it's banished in the graveyard. And yeah, you just only want to play 1. It's not that useful. It comes up sometimes in the combos, but most of the time it's just like not that useful. And then we play 3 Diver because it special summons from the deck. You can banish it and then special summon any of the Orfagel monsters from the deck, which is absolutely crazy. And then we play 3 of the Zone. This banishes itself to special summon a Orfagel that is in the graveyard, so you can even special summon any of your link monsters that are in the graveyard. So it's a really good card late game. It's a really good card for combos and just all this different stuff. And then for the last 2 monsters, we play the Phantom Knight Silent Boots. We play 2 of them. It's because I run the PK link, and it's just really good for when you get interrupted, or it's just a really good play. Just extra cards if you get interrupted, and you can just send 2 of the Fog Waves, set all of these like traps. It's just really good for when you just get interrupted. So you play the Silent Boot so you can send it off of the PK link, and then the PK link gets you a Fog Blade, and then Boots get you another Fog Blade, or you can get the Brigadine from your deck. So it's a really good card for that combo. It's just in case you get interrupted. So we play, for the last monster, we play World Scepter. It basically, when a card is sent to the graveyard, you can special summon it from your hand. And then, when it's in your graveyard, you can banish it to special summon any of the Orfagel monsters that are banished. So any of the Orfagels that you banish off their effects, or if you have any Orfagel Link monsters that are banished, you can special summon them as well. And then for the spells, we play 2 cards by the grave for hand traps. Fool's Burial, it's just another Armageddon Knight. Monster Reborn, because it's combo deck, you want to have monsters on the field. You play 1 Babble. It's really searchable in this deck. So, with the Link monster, the Gale, you can summon, you could search any of the spell cards, which I'll get into in a bit. But this one, it just lets you use your Link monsters on your opponent's turn, and then during your main phase, you can return it back to your hand from the graveyard by sending a card from your hand to the graveyard. And then you play the, I'm not even going to pronounce this card, the continuous Orfego card or Orcust spell card. It just lets you send a Orfego or World Legacy card from your deck to the graveyard or from your hand, and you know send it to the graveyard when your opponent summons a monster, just basically summon a monster. And then we play 3 of the Orfego Prime. It just lets you, you know, send a Orfego or World Legacy card from your hand to the graveyard to draw 2 cards. It's just really good. It's one to return, but it's a very strong draw card. So you want to play 3 of it. And then we play 1 reinforcement of the army because it searches Armageddonite. I mean, you could search the PK monster, but that's a rare occasion when you have like the Brigandine. You can like have Armageddonite, or you know, yeah, you can have Armageddonite and send a monster. Then you can like summon Brigandine and special summon the boots. It's just really interesting interaction. So most of the time you're gonna search the Armageddonite. And then for the last spell, we play Soul Charge. Soul Charge is Wind Charge. Like, you get interrupted, it doesn't matter. Soul Charge, just Soul Charge every monster from your graveyard and just win, right? And then for the last 4 cards, we play 2 Fog Blade because it's searchable off of the PK link. And it's just a really generic good trap in general. And then we play the 2 Brigandine. It's just a monster that you can summon that it's a dark, and you know, it's really good. And you can search it off the PK link, obviously. And then for our side, it's just stuff for Go Keys and, you know, Thunder Dragons and just any trap deck, or, you know, every deck that just sets a bunch of back for like Sky Strikers. Just a basic side deck. And then for our extra deck, we play the Phantom Knight Breaksword. You can make it with the PK, and you can make it with Ash Blossom. You have that. The danger monsters are level 3. You can make it with Mathematician and stuff like that. You can make it with the Zone. It's just a lot of other different ways you can special summon a, you know, Breaksword. And then it does lock you. I think it does lock you into dark monsters. You can special summon. So it doesn't matter that you're locked in a dark monster, because all of your, you know, extra deck monsters and all of your main deck, well, most of the part that you're going to be special summoning is going to be dark. So it's really good in this deck, and it just pops cards really good. And then we play Bolster Dragon, just OTK card. You want to play it. And then you play Nightmare Unicorn. It's dark as well. Like, all of these cards in the extra deck is dark. This lets you spin a card. Link Kuribo, because you do play level 1 in this deck. The Cannon, in case you do draw the Cannon and, you know, you link it off with Link Kuribo and special summon the Orfego from your hand. And then you play 3 of the Gal. The Gal is just really good because it searches your, you know, Orfego card, spell and trap cards, obviously, by shuffling a Orfego banished monster. So it's really, really strong. And then you play the 1 Longrisu just for the combo with Bomber Dragon. And then you play the Orchestron because it's a really good card with the field spell, because you can just negate any effects on your opponent's turn. So to a monster that is pointing to it, obviously. And then we play 1 Summon Sork. It's a really good card. You don't have to play it in this deck, but it is required for the 2-card combo with the Bomber Dragon. So if you don't have this card, I wouldn't say it's necessarily needed, but you're just gonna need like 1 extra card to, you know, make the Bomber plus Longrisu combo. But it is a very important piece in the 2-card combo for the Bomber and the Longrisu combo. So I mean, it's important, but it's not necessarily needed, if that makes sense. And then we play the 1 Rusty, just for the combo with the Phantom Knights. And then we play Bomber Dragon because it's a combo with the Longrisu. You know, have these 2 linked up to each other, and then you just blow up the field constantly on your opponent's turn. And then you play 1 Topological Bomber Dragon. This comes up sometimes. You can, you know, Gunblower for 2. It's just a really good, neat combo. And then we play the 1 Trisbania or Trisbana, whatever you want to call it. It just gets rid of back row. It's really good. And, you know, this deck does have a hard time with back row since you're not running any main deck cards that get rid of back row. So you want to play the 1 Trisbania. And then the last monster you play, Underclock Taker. It's just a generic, like, Link 2 Dart that can just... It enables OTKs or gets over big monsters. So that is the deck profile. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you got some basic information about the deck. I will be releasing a combo video in the future. So like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.